me this opportunity to speak in opposition to this bill. In order for us to have a discussion about something, we need to have the opportunity to actually have a back and forth. Instead, what we have is a bill before us, and that's what I'm going to speak about today. As has been mentioned a few times, less than 2 weeks ago, some of us were incredibly fortunate to have the opportunity to hear a wonderful presentation from the providers who are actually overseeing gender-affirming care for minors in Iowa. Not Missouri, not London, not Sweden, in Iowa, the place where we in this room were elected, the place where we have a charge of care. What we should have taken away from that presentation, if we were listening, was the repeated clarification that no procedures are provided to minors without parental or guardian involvement in those decisions, and that surgical procedures are only indicated in a very small number of cases in which the child is experiencing extreme and prolonged distress. That these providers put each child's family support system at the center of their care and decision-making process. Yet this bill sits before us. As it sits before us, I want you all to understand the emails, texts, and social media messages which I am receiving, so I'm going to read one. I read this because, well, I'll say that afterwards. I am a proud parent of a non-binary student in Iowa House District 87 currently, and I am a supporter of parents' rights and even support responsible school choice options. But my representative never contacted me about my opinion on this issue, despite my reaching out to them and offering to discuss it. It seems to me that a party that supports parental rights and freedom would seek out the opinions of actual parents of LGBTQ+ students. If they did, they would learn that when my child first came out to me as non-binary, I pushed back because I was raised Catholic. My lack of support led to significant depression for my child and created a rift between us. As a parent, I was scared for them. If I'm being honest, I was selfish as well. I was worried about what friends and family would say about me. But as a good parent, I did my research. I spoke directly with non-binary adults, as well as doctors and other parents. I changed my mind. As a parent, I currently have the right to do that. When I started supporting my non-binary child, the difference was amazing. They smiled for the first time in months. They suddenly had goals and dreams. Their grades improved. They signed up for school activities. I suddenly had a happy, well-adjusted teenager in my home. But I'm still scared. The constant attacks on trans youth by politicians and the media puts a clear target on my child's back. I worry every day they walk out the door that they will get bullied at school or something far, far worse. We need to stop this nonsense of using children as political tools and instead do what we can to support them. I am a father, and I will do what it takes to protect my family. There are numerous fathers and grandfathers in this room today working to take my rights as a father away. Stop using my kid as your political propaganda and get to work on issues that actually benefit Iowans. The other message I want to read is really brief, and I read it because no one who has the privilege of speaking on this bill today, as far as I am aware, has the experience of being transgender in Iowa. I just wish the legislature could have been at the Capitol steps Sunday to listen to all of the LGBTQ+ members of the community, parents and allies. There is a lot of scary rhetoric in Iowa and across the red states, and my friends are more worried for safety than ever before. Parents are reaching out, telling me about their kids who were suicidal before getting an appointment or referral for puberty blockers or hormone therapy. Children are reaching out, terrified for their own futures, expressing that they did not know they could feel whole or well in their own bodies until they met with a physician who heard them and took their well-being seriously. Physicians are reaching out, asking us not to force them to turn away kids who are in consistent and constant distress when we have a variety of research-based safe protocols to help them. The narrative that transness is mental illness disregards the evidence. Trans kids experience mental illness as a result of society's restrictions on them, and the best way to improve their mental health is to make them whole is through gender-affirming care. This bill will actively prevent Iowa kids from feeling healthy, happy, and whole. I ask you to vote no.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from Sioux, Representative Wheeler.